So in my last video, I demonstrated how to put on the Moby and wear the baby facing you. But in this one, I'll show you how to put it on and wear the baby facing out. And it's exactly the same fold. So you just pinch it and put the middle right around your belly button. And then pull the opposite sides across your back to make an X. And then you just stuff the tails under the belt part, cross them, and then I bring them around the back and tie them up front again. And the only difference is the X is exactly the same here, and you just put the baby over top the X, and then the only difference is that they're facing out. Oh. So you just put one leg through one side like this, one leg through this side like that, and then you just kind of spread that out a smidge. Yeah, can I borrow your hand for a second? Wow, wow, wow. And now she's pretty securely in there. But you always just use the middle belt as kind of a seat belt to make sure they stay in there, okay? So you just tuck the feet underneath and then spread that out over the front to make sure she kind of stays in there. So one thing I'll say is that we didn't actually use this hold all that much. What's wrong? It tends to put her weight pretty far forward, so she does like it. So I'll use it sometimes doing chores around the house, but it's not as comfortable on your back, and you can kind of feel the strain a little bit sooner. Also, I've heard that if babies get used to facing out, they'll start preferring that. And because I use the cozy carrier so often, and I want her facing in, that I don't want her to get used to facing out all the time, so that she's fussy when I have to face her in, because it actually feels a lot better on your back when they're facing towards you, just because most of their weight is closer to your body as opposed to going out. But it's really great for just doing chores around the house. It lets her kind of be on eye level with whatever I'm doing, which is really nice, and she can kind of see what's going on. And it tends to be fairly comfortable for her, although I don't think the hold is as good for their back and everything, because their bottom is, well, most of the weight is just kind of right on the, groin area. It's not necessarily distributed over the backs of their legs, like when you're holding them facing you. But otherwise, really easy, great hold. What does he have on him?